Now dozens of children are safe after they were rescued from the sex trafficking trade.
82 children across the nation were rescued.
I remember saying to my wife that, Gail, as long as my being barefoot will motivate even one person a year to action in a way that would help me to rescue even one more child, I'll go barefoot the rest of my life.
A man accused of trying to sell his 4-year-old daughter for sex on Craigslist.
Conyers police arrested a total of 6 people tonight.
We no longer can sit by and ignore the truth about what's happening.
New at 5, a longtime soccer coach is now in custody tonight.
An Anchorage man is charged with trafficking women around the state for sex.
Recorded our conversation. You've recorded the conversation, mate. I'll have you f***ing shot in 5 minutes.
The Barefoot Mile is growing in a way that I never expected it to. On July 19, 2010, when I first decided to go barefoot in solidarity with impoverished and trafficked children, I had no thought of it being used as a fundraiser. It was that small church youth group in Coshocton, Ohio that started it. And from there, it's just grown.
Last year at the Barefoot Mile, I think for me, it being the first time that we'd experienced a Barefoot Mile, I didn't know what to expect going into it. And I remember just standing on the ledge there getting ready to speak and watching the crowd gather. And I was fighting back the tears because to see that whole town square begin to fill up with people taking off their shoes. I cannot tell you what it feels like to know that I'm not alone. And for our whole team to look out at this sea of people and say, this is a really hard fight and we have a really hard job and we're not alone. That there's a community that's rallying around this issue with us was a very, very powerful, life-changing moment for me.
When people ask me what I do for a living, I tell them I'm a beggar. I beg for children who can't beg for themselves because they're behind locked doors or shackled to a bed or chained or even put in cages. They can't walk in the streets and beg people. I beg for them to hopefully set them free from their bondage.
If we could go back in time and catch this earlier, I don't think there's a person in our state who wouldn't do it. This is not a fight that can be won by law enforcement alone. It's not a fight that can be won by community activism or awareness. It's not a fight that the government can get involved in and stop it. It's a fight that's going to take every corner of our state rising up and saying, enough's enough, not on Alaskan soil.
It's when we join forces and work together and put our funds together to fight this. That's how we see success. Awareness is good, but awareness without action is apathy. If I make you aware of something and you don't do anything about it, what have I accomplished? When I speak to hopefully motivate people to action in a way that will help to set another child free. By getting involved with the Barefoot Mile, you can literally help set another child free with every step you take. Thank you.